Hello, and welcome to my Petra Cooch about Reno Fishing. My name is Jeffrey Fuller, and throughout this presentation, we will cover things such as the types of fishermen, Truckee River water levels, fish species, and the importance of the Truckee River in the sport of fishing to the city of Reno. I will even share some of my own personal fishing experiences. I hope you enjoy it, so let's get started. The first type of fisherman that I will present is the intermediate fisherman, which is the group that I associate myself with. These are the people who periodically fish for the pure enjoyment of the sport. Intermediate fishermen will use different techniques such as spin and bait fishing because of the simplicity of the techniques. There are many intermediate fishermen in the Reno area, so never feel hesitant to try fishing. The other type of fisherman is an experienced fisherman, and these people are seasoned veterans of the sport. Techniques such as fly fishing are common among experienced fishermen, and lots of practice and exposure is required to be considered an experienced fisherman. The technique of fly fishing requires a fisherman to cast his line forward and backwards multiple times, which creates the effect of a bug sitting on top of the water. The water levels within the Truckee River rise and fall depending on the time of year and amount of snowfall. When the mountains near Lake Tahoe have received smaller amounts of snowfall, we have also seen the water levels of the Truckee River decrease. There is a correlation between the amount of snowfall and the levels of water within the Truckee River. This picture was taken in winter, and it is clear that the water levels are healthy. This image shows the same place, but the water levels and flow of water have decreased immensely. This photo was taken shortly after summertime, and we can see that half of the rocks on the left-hand side are now exposed. The lack of water could indicate that there wasn't much snowfall during the previous winter. Lower water levels and calmer water can make the sport of fishing easier, but these conditions can also have a negative impact on fish. Crystal Peak Park is a local park that my dad and I discovered during the first week of being in Reno. It is a smaller and secluded park that offers beautiful scenery for picnickers, trail walkers, and fishermen. This location is great for fishing, but I recommend fishing at this spot only during the warmer parts of the year. The fish at this park are quite small, and the warmer months offer calmer water for the young fish. The scenery and relaxation that comes with fishing are some of the biggest reasons why the sport has become so popular. Most people find themselves being trapped by concrete buildings 5 days out of the week, and fishing offers an outdoor experience that can be enjoyed during the weekends. The sound of wind jumping through the trees and water streaming down the river are some of the most calming sounds you will ever experience. Whenever I decide to venture to the Truckee River for a short fishing trip, there are always a few essential things that I bring with me. My backpack usually carries my cell phone, which I use to take pictures with, extra weights, hooks, and line in case I need it, and my bait that I'm using to fish with. I use a simple fishing rod and spin cast reel when I fish in the waters of Reno. For the type of fishing that I do up here in Reno, I use salmon eggs for a few reasons. The first reason is because they are cheap and aren't very hard to come across. The next reason is because they are simple to place on a hook and they don't require any special care when you aren't using them. The final reason is because they just seem to work for me, and the fish in the Truckee River seem to love this kind of bait. There are a couple of places within the Reno area that I would recommend buying fishing supplies from. Cabela's is west of Reno, and this sporting goods store offers a wide variety of fishing poles, bait, and expertise in the sport of fishing. The next place that I would recommend is Mark IV and Strike, which is a small local sporting goods store, and the employees can offer great advice on how to be a successful fisherman in Reno. Another reason why I enjoy the sport of fishing is because you never know if you will or what you will catch on any given day. There is a mysterious vibe that surrounds fishing, and I love not knowing what type of fish are in the water. I have mostly caught rainbow trout during the short time that I fish in Reno, but I can't complain because catching something is always better than catching nothing. This is a picture of me holding a small rainbow trout. I wanted to know more about the sport of fishing in Reno, so I called Mark IV and Strike in order to speak with someone who knows the area well. I spoke with a man by the name of Dave, and I wanted to know what type of fishing is most popular in Reno. According to Dave, spin fishing is most popular. Spin fishing uses a flashing and spinning lure to catch the attention of fish, and it only requires you to cast and reel. The first species of fish that I will talk about is the Lahontan cutthroat trout. In the mid-1940s, the water levels of the Truckee River decreased significantly. Pyramid Lake's water levels decreased so much that the Lahontan cutthroat trout couldn't swim back upstream to lay their eggs, and this population of fish eventually went extinct. Since then, the species of fish has been slowly reinstated into the waters of Pyramid Lake. The next fish species that I will cover is the rainbow trout, and this species of fish is one of the most beautiful freshwater fish. Known for their vibrant colors, the rainbow trout is also a great tasting fish. Although it isn't native to the waters of the Truckee River, the rainbow trout is now one of the most common species of fish that swims around the waters of Reno. Make sure to be on the lookout for the rainbow trout when you fish. The final fish species that I will speak about is the brown trout, and this species of fish is known for being difficult to catch. Like the rainbow trout, the brown trout isn't local to the waters of Reno, but today it is a more prevalent species of fish in the Truckee River. The brown trout gets its name from the brown coloration that runs along its back, and this fish species is also recognizable by the red spots that are scattered on either of its sides. The Truckee River runs through a harsh environment, so consistent snowfall is necessary for the river to remain healthy. During the winter time, snow falls onto the mountains, and once that snow begins to melt, then it will run into Lake Tahoe. The overflow from Lake Tahoe is what keeps the Truckee River running, so it is important to have good snowfall during the winter. As previously mentioned, low water levels can have a huge impact on the existence of fish. Once the overflow from Lake Tahoe is flown into the Truckee River, the water is then carried throughout the city of Reno. The park that I mentioned earlier, Crystal Peak Park, gets its water supply from the Truckee River, and most of the other streams and runoffs in Reno do as well. The water from the Truckee River is then carried to places such as Pyramid Lake and wetlands to provide for the wildlife. The Truckee River not only has the responsibility of providing for the wildlife in Reno, but also the civilization within Reno. Casinos, restaurants, and housing all rely on the Truckee River to supply water, and this responsibility places a lot of pressure on the Truckee River. Things such as water rights have been put in place in order to regulate the use of water and ensure that no one is abusing the water of the Truckee River. The Truckee River means life to the city of Reno, and there wouldn't be any life within Reno if the Truckee River didn't exist. Humans and animals alike depend on this beautiful body of water, and the city of Reno truly appreciates it. Additionally, the sport of fishing gives the city of Reno an identity. People from all over the world travel to Reno and the surrounding areas just to experience the fishing. That is all I have, folks, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation. The sport of fishing means so much to me, and I hope that I persuaded you to try fishing in Reno, if you haven't already. Reno offers the sport of fishing so much, and it would be a crime if we didn't take advantage of the beautiful scenery and abundance of fish that the Truckee River offers. Thank you.